Atlas Guitar, Manuel Perez, and One Ring. I got your questions. Here we go. Welcome to the Ask a Mel Fit Show. Hey, I'm Matt from Matt Lane Fitness. It's exactly what they did. They dropped their question in the comments of some of my last videos, and now I'm answering them. I'm a personal trainer, registered nurse, and a behavioral change specialist. I don't say that to be braggadocious or sound like a douche. I do that just fine just by looking like myself, but I say it because, I do have a little bit of credibility in this healthcare and fitness world. So let's dive into it. I hope you'll drop your question down below. First question, Atlas Guitar. Let's do it. All right, here we go. This is a long one. Love to see this. I hope you keep it up. It's a great, short, and sweet way for you to, as you say, bring value to all of us viewers. I could be totally off base, but it seems like something that probably isn't too taxing on you on your end either, which makes it a total win-win for a laid-back, fun, informational piece and semi-interactive content. That's what I hope. And yes, it is fun. I agree with you. It's fun. You bring up smoothies in this last video I was talking about, which are something I've gotten into over the last few months. That plus just eating eggs, literally just adding eggs as a meal or a snack to my diet has done so much to make me feel good and full on a daily basis while being comfortably within how much I should be eating, meaning calories. This gives me a couple of questions I'd love to ask, okay? First, what are some smoothie tips you might have? So I know that I have done a video. So I've made a bunch of these. I've been batch recording. I know that I made a video specifically talking about smoothies in the future. Smoothie futures. But everyone has their own thoughts about how smoothies should be, but my go-to at the moment is 1 cup unsweetened almond milk, a heaping handful of spinach, a handful of blueberries, and a couple of strawberries, a banana, some cinnamon, and sometimes vanilla extract for flavor. Second, how much would you recommend eating eggs? Okay, so first of all, what I would say about that smoothie, green base, I like that, okay? I feel like if I'm making a smoothie, if I can just sneak in some greens, why the heck not, So spinach is usually my go-to. And what I would change about that, I like all that. I would change the protein content. So you could beef up the protein. If you wanted to use a protein powder, you could, or you could use liquid egg whites. In that video, I know I said this because the way I said it was weird, but ultimately, liquid egg whites go through a process called pasteurization. I know it freaks people out when they're like, drinking liquid egg whites, what? But because of that pasteurization, it's just a low heat that is cooking those liquid egg whites, and it's killing any bacteria or any contaminants, as I said in the other video. I cringed when I rewatched that video. But that's how I would beef that up, just to get that protein up. And you talk about satiation, there you go. It's gonna help you stay satiated. Secondly, and you say, second, how often would you recommend eating eggs / how many eggs would you recommend eating? Okay, gotcha. So Atlas, I'm not sure, of your frame, your build, all that. I'd need to know a few things, but you said, for example, I'm focused on my nutrition at the moment, not really on exercise routine. I try to walk as much as I can. Good. But actually started an exercise routine. You're going to start an exercise. Spit it out, Matt. You're actually going to start an exercise routine next year once I graduate college and start getting some of the puzzle pieces in my life fitting together better, so I am not expending too much effort on keeping mentally healthy. Got it. Okay. We'll be good. Understood. So honestly, you can eat eggs every day if you want. For me, I eat 4 eggs every single day. And each egg, there's 3 grams of protein in the yolk, 3 grams of protein in the white, typically, okay? So I know 6 times 4, 24. I'm starting my day off with 24 grams of protein. That's what I've always done. But, how many meals are you eating? How much protein are you trying to get? What's your calorie goal? There's a bunch of different questions that I'd ask you, but I eat 4 a day. I eat 4 a day and have for years. I've checked my blood work many times. My cholesterol hasn't gone up. Now, that's what's happened for me. Maybe that might not happen for everybody else. It's just anecdotal. And just to close it out, I want to say thank you for the value you've brought to me over the past 2.5 years, which I probably do every time I comment, LMAO. Seriously though, I've lost 100+ pounds. I feel better, and I love increasing my knowledge around wellness and food and all of those things. And it 100% started with you being such a great source of information and inspiration. Well, holy hell, Atlas. So what I do is I just sort of skim these questions just to get the gist of it, and then I fire it in here, so I didn't read all the way to that, and that truly tugs at me right here. I'm super happy for you. That's incredible. Well, I'm grateful for that you've been here and watched. It means so much. I hope that I'm giving you value and everybody else value. And that's validation without a doubt. So I appreciate you. Keep friggin' going. And if you're feeling squirrely, I got some studies down below that you might be interested in looking at. They're fun things that I've been uncovering for years now. So go check it out. I got some studies down there. Next question. This was from the key to consistency video I did from One Ring. What's up? Hey Matt, another great insightful video. Thank you. I have a bit of an unorthodox question, and I apologize for being vague. No apologies necessary. But what do you think is the best way to deal with regrets, and how do you not obsess over past mistakes? And then I asked him, give me some context here. What you talking about? And I understand you're being vague because you didn't want to tell me, and that's not what I was trying to do, but I needed some context. And what you were talking about was regrets, but regrets about some of the decisions I made long ago. Kind of like, why did I do that? That was very stupid of me. Okay, gotcha. Or something like, life would have been so much better if I hadn't made this mistake. Just to clarify, my life is great now, and I'm very thankful for a lot of things, but sometimes I will have these moments where I feel heavy regret over something from my past and fantasize about how things would have been had I just made a better decision back then. Okay, so first of all, thank you for the question. I'll be honest with you. Regret is something that I don't want to say I don't regret anything, but I can tell you honestly that I do not dwell in regret. Because I do know, whether you think this is corny or not, I do know that every single terrible decision and every single great decision, every decision I've ever made has led me to this moment right here. Now, that could be corny, you could say that's bullcrap, you could say that's fate, you could say whatever it is, but I truly believe that all the decisions that I've ever made have led me to right here. And for me to want to change what that was in the past would put me somewhere different right now. Now, had I murdered someone in cold blood, then yeah, I think that my regrets would be much different. But even then, I would ask myself, why did I do it? You know, was I protecting my family? What was the reason behind it? And the thing about regrets, the thing about decisions that you've made in the past, even if they were bad, even if, holy crap, that sucks and whatever, if you don't learn from it, then what's the point of moving on? Does that make any sense? What's the point of moving forward if you don't learn from what happened? And we spin this rock once. Actually, we go around every 24 hours. But you know what I'm saying? That life is just too friggin' short to dwell on the mistakes that we've made. And I truly believe that life is peaks and valleys. We're going to make good decisions. We're going to make terrible decisions. If you learn from it, then it's not a true failure. Seriously, that's how I feel. I hope that helps you. Yes, it's an unorthodox question, but I believe that it ties into mental fitness. I really do, because the decisions we make moving forward depict what our future will look like. I hope that helps. One ring, thank you. Last question. And this was from a short that I did, because I'm doing shorts now. That's right. Okay, here's a simple answer. I have a problem, and I think you meant to say here's a simple question. Anyway, I have a problem with reshaping my side along with my front abs. Is there anything specific I could do? Manuel Perez, what you are asking is one of two things. How do I build muscle, and how do I drop fat? It's one of two things. And I think that what you're ultimately wanting to do when you say abs is reveal the abs, see the abs. You have to be in a calorie deficit. So using something like the app MyFitnessPal or Lose It, where you put yourself in a calorie deficit, that's going to allow you to drop fat, because if you are not in a calorie deficit, you will not drop fat. So you must be in a calorie deficit, drop the fat, you're going to see the abs, you'll see the obliques to what you're saying, the side over here. That is ultimately shaping. You're talking about love handles and wanting to lose that. You have to drop body fat. You can't spot reduce it. So all the sit-ups in the world, it's not going to change anything. There's not one workout that's going to decrease the fat in this area or in this area. It has to be whole body. I hope that helps you. I know it's simple, but it really is the truth. And if you're looking for fitness plans based in behavior change and science, where we shape them abs, where we drop that fat, it's exactly what I do. So check down the description below. To the Mental Fit Mafia, to the patrons, I salute you. I appreciate you. One Ring, Manuel, Atlas, thank you so much for the questions. I hope that you that are watching, I hope you'll drop your questions down below. The more specific you are, the better. You don't have to be perfect at this fitness thing. Just be better than yesterday. Every day.